Welcome to the New Country, New Home programme, where we're telling the story of a refugee and his family. When Ahmed began his journey as a refugee, he had no idea what would happen in the future. Now, he's beginning life in a new home in Europe. Is it possible that this story about Ahmed and his family sounds like it might be part of your refugee story?
I made a huge discovery today. As you know, I had many problems with someone who wanted to hurt me. He wrote "Go home" on my door. He spied on me. His son even threatened Sadiq. I did not know why he's doing this or even who he is. But today I found out everything. I had a meeting with Pastor Alex and his friends. We studied his mysterious book. Today we talked about the topic of forgiveness. They told me that it's important to love everyone, even your enemy. I had never heard some of these things before. When I came home, something seemed odd. I just had a bad feeling in my soul. Aisha and the children were spending the evening with Sarah and her son. I thought I was alone, but I did not feel alone. I had a sound in my room. My heart started pounding. I walked quietly and carefully to the doorway. That's when I saw a hooded figure. The person was looking through my closet. Was he a thief? I know that the best thing to do in this situation is to inform the police. I quietly walked away. I pulled out my phone and started to dial the police number. Suddenly, I bumped into our table. A glass fell to the floor and shattered loudly. The man ran from my room and saw me. I recognized him immediately. It was Ibrahim's son, Mustafa. Ibrahim was the leader who visited me a few months ago. He left in anger when he saw the mysterious book. I asked Mustafa, "What are you doing here?" He actually looked scared. He replied, "I was looking for your evil book. My father told me that you are a traitor." I looked at his hand and he was holding my mysterious book. My heart started pounding. This man was a radical. Would he attack me? Would he kill me just because I read this book? He handed the book to me and continued, "For some reason, I started reading your book. It's different than what I thought it was. I brought a knife with me to kill you, but something made me decide not to hurt you. I don't know what that is." He dropped his knife onto the floor. With a confused face, he left my apartment. I have never seen something like this before. I heard voices outside. Aisha and the children came in the door. She asked me who the man was. Why was he crying? I told her the truth. He was my enemy, but God has touched his heart. I must forgive even him. As a refugee, many people have hurt us, and many people would hurt us. They need to receive the correct consequences for their action, but we must still forgive them because everyone has done wrong. Some more than the others, but no one is perfect. Forgiveness brings an end to a cycle of violence. I am ready for a new start. As Pastor Alex and his friends said today, I will forgive. I'm ready for a new start in a new home.
The story of Ahmed and his family is not finished. Tomorrow is another day with new challenges and new opportunities. Ahmed does not know what will happen, but God knows. God cares about what happens to Ahmed and his family. God also cares about what happens to you during this time as you look for a new home in a new country.